Okay, thank you for joining me.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Just kind of, you can't really have a conversation at the minute without talking about the coronavirus. How have you found the last 12 months?
Of course, yeah. Well, I think like everyone, it's just been quite tough, especially the earlier months. But yeah, lots of home workouts and things. But luckily, we've been allowed to play the season really during the last couple. So yeah, just really grateful that we can still play, and it gives me something to do really, and not stuck inside four walls. But yeah, just really grateful at the minute.
So let's kind of start from the beginning. Where were you from? Where were you born?
So born in Leeds, and then yeah, just stayed growing up in Leeds, and I started my career off in Leeds as well, and then moved to Sheffield, and was just commuting there, and then yeah, here we are in Newcastle.
Yeah, I detected a slight accent from your mind, just a slight,
Oh,
like
really?
Yorkshire twang.
Yeah, I mean, Chris always takes the mick out of my accent. So I apologise if there's some translation issues.
When did you start playing basketball and how old were you?
I think I was like 13, 14. Just started from school really. But my mum actually used to play, so I always watched her, but my school just didn't offer it until my high school did. So just kind of got into it then really.
So, kind of when did you first join a team?
Uh, so I played for my school team before joining. I joined Leeds Carnegie, or Leeds Force as it's called now. And then yeah, just kind of I went through the program. So I think I was meant to be under 14s, but I only played under 16s and under 18s when I first joined because they didn't have an under 14s team. So I was like basically a bench warmer for the start, but it was good. Good experience, and I just stuck with it because I enjoyed it that much.
You mentioned your mum before playing. Is she kind of your inspiration for kind of getting into basketball then?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm better than her now, but she
Ah,
used to. We always talk about it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm better than you now." She's like, "Well, you should have seen me in my prime." But yeah, she played like local, like Yorkshire League, and just played for fun, really. But she played most weeks, and we'd go and watch her and stuff. So yeah, it just the enjoyment factor that I kind of saw through her. But yeah, it's just a great sport, isn't it? I just love it.
so, was Sheffield your first experience of the WBBL?
Yeah, it was.
So
So I was.
how was being a part of the Sheffield organisation?
So I think it's definitely a bit of a different experience because I was a lot younger, like less experienced, like you said. But it was a really good experience for me. I didn't get many minutes, but I mean, you've got to put the work in training and fight for the minutes and those like last few minutes of the game almost. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I learned a lot from Vanessa.
Yeah, and obviously the players like Helen Naylor and Naomi Campbell and stuff were
Yeah,
obviously kind of very experienced players. Did you learn a lot from them?
yeah, yeah. It was really good. There wasn't. We didn't have like too much training to like at the minute. Like we have like individuals and things like that, but it was more like obviously I was at college and things, so it was just those nights, like night training sessions that I could make. So it was a lot learning just like quickly in the 2 hours, and little pick me ups like here and there from other players really helped.
So how did the move to Newcastle come about after Sheffield?
So it was more like through like my uni, so it was a toss up. It took me a while to decide actually between Sheffield and Newcastle, but I just felt like it it was for the basketball. Like, I don't want to say anything wrong, but yeah, it was a tough decision, but I left it on really good terms with Sheffield. So I hope that in the future, like we'll just have to see.
So obviously your time at Newcastle now, but what would you say in kind of your career so far was your best basketballing moment?
Um, I mean, it was a really good experience, like winning the cup with Sheffield, but like I didn't play, so I feel like it's not really my moment. It was just like a great basketball moment in general. Like Helen Naylor nailing that last shot was just a crazy moment. But personally, I'd probably say representing like Yorkshire and maybe like winning the shooting competition, because that was just a great experience for me personally.
So kind of on a game day, what is your like game day routine? Do you do like the same things every game day, or do you have any superstitions, or is it just kind of you see how it goes on the day?
I mean, I'm not too superstitious, if I can say the word. But I'd like, if it's like a home game day, I'd like to like just have like a lazy Sunday morning, probably just do like some stretching and nothing crazy. Maybe do some uni work, like catching up from the week. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, I feel like game days changed a lot during these times, and I feel like we've done a lot of away games. But recently, the timings of the game days have been a bit weird. So it's like 1:30. So then we have to get there early, and then you don't really want to be eating too soon. So I'm like having lunch at like 11. So it's a bit of a strange one, planning like food wise and things. But yeah, nothing too superstitious.
When you were younger, did you play any other sports?
I played loads of different sports actually. Like, how long have you got? um, I played netball. I had to make a decision, like netball or basketball. As I've played like at Leeds district level, and like played for my college. We went to nationals and things like that. But I also played football, like that a lot. Had to give that up, just because I was playing too many sports really. Played tennis. And then more recently, during lockdown, I started playing tag rugby, which is a bit different, more for the enjoyment side of it. And yeah, my sister actually created the team just in like a fun, like recreational league. And because you're allowed to do outdoor sports now, so they actually started again on Monday. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that when I move back to Leeds.
So rugby league's a big thing for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a big part of my life.
I remember you did a takeover on the page, like a question and answer thing back in the summer.
Oh yeah.
And the question was, would you prefer basketball or rugby league? And you said that you prefer watching rugby league. I just can't believe it.
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to upset anyone, but you have to be truthful in these takes. So yeah, I mean, we're on again on Friday, so I'll definitely be watching that. We start at 3 and we've got training 1 while 3, so I'll be straight on it. Driving home, let me listen to it.
See, there's another Yorkshire thing you've just done. You said 1 while 3.
This caused
1 while 3. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me, but no one else really understands it. Like me and Molly are like, yeah, 1 while 3, but okay, maybe I'll have to change it till 1 till 3.
I've heard it before, but I'm just like, while 3's doing what? What's 3 doing?
It makes sense. One, like you're training while 3. No,
Right, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
it would.
Let's talk about the Eagles' season so far. Then this season, kind of what's it been like with the coronavirus restrictions, and has it been hard to gel as a team? How have you found it?
Yeah, I think off court we're quite all right. We're all good friends. Like there's no issues off court, and then it's just on court. It's quite hard getting everyone's like playing styles together. And me and Rich were actually talking about it, and I think in previous years most of our players play books, and because we aren't playing books on a Wednesday, it like takes out like 20 games. So like we used to practice all our plays whilst playing for books. So I think we haven't had as much opportunity to gel together as a team, and we've had like lots of injuries, like people leaving, things like that. So it has been a lot harder, but I think we're finally like making improvements, and more recently we definitely have become more gelled as a team.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned injuries there. Obviously, that you had Marina and Sarah kind of really before the season even started. Kind of what impact did that have on the squad?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I remember coming into the team and like being added to the new team, like group chat and stuff. And I was like, why do we have like 15 players? I was like, we can only have 12. Like, what's this about? And then now it's like, well, it's a good job we had all 15 because we'd probably be down to like 4.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, injuries were a huge thing. It's just like a bit demoralizing sometimes. Like Ruth went down the other week, and in everyone's head, like, I do feel for her because she's had like injury after injury. But
yeah, I think she's only played 2 games this season, Ruth. I think she's really struggled this season with injuries.
And it was literally her first training back, and then yeah, I do feel for her big time.
So as you say, kind of the team are starting to kind of, I would say, pick up a bit of momentum and kind of work well together after maybe Mante and Lisa left as well. That kind of started things all over again.
Yeah, back to the basics. And like, haven't really got a post player. Well, so now that coming, but like having one post player is hard. Like, she can't play a full 40 minutes. So like, right, what can we do with 5 guards? But yeah, it's all good. I'm really enjoying the basketball side, and it's a really good like positive mindset that everyone's got now. So it's just a big end of the season now. We kind of have to like win the rest to be like contesting playoffs.
So let's talk about Chris Bunton a little bit. What's he like to play like with as a coach?
Oh, he's a great guy. He's a really good guy. Yeah, I think he's done really well this season. Like I said, it's not been the easiest, and he's done really well to get us like all together and on the same page. There were like at points in previous games where we like looking around and we're like, I can't pinpoint anything that's that wrong. We just weren't good enough. So yeah, he's done really well, and yeah, love the guy.
You know, I'm always hopeful that there's someone's gonna dish some little like this good story or something about Chris, because everyone seems to really like him, and I'm like, oh, come on, guys.
I'll try to find it, but
think of a good story.
I don't think I've got anything for you, I'm afraid.
So I want to get to know kind of your thoughts on your teammates a little bit more.
Just breaking up a little bit.
Is it freezing? Yeah, you've gone frozen a little bit. I can hear you still.
Sorry, just
there you go. Got you back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I want to get to know your teammates a little bit more and your opinions on your teammates. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to tell me who you think, say, the best shooter or that kind of question. Okay, so we'll start with that one. Who's the best shooter in the squad?
It's really hard. I don't like picking just one person. I'd probably say Maddie.
That's fine.
All right, I'll pick the whole team.
So who's got the worst taste in music? There's got to be someone with the worst taste in music.
Oh, I'm not sure, you know. Really hard. I think I've got quite a broad taste in music, so I don't mind a lot of stuff. So I might have to plead on that one.
Okay. Who's the funniest in the squad?
I'd say Ruth. Ruth brings the banner. She's good.
You got 1 shot left to win the game. You a couple of points. Who are you passing the ball to?
Ali Garel.
Nice.
She'll kill.
Let's just talk about your individual season. How do you feel your season's going?
I think my role definitely has kind of changed on the team. Like I said, starting with like 15, I'm like, oh, I'm fighting for minutes here. And then obviously a few injuries go down, and like now everyone's like looking at you like, come on, like bring something. So I think it's going okay. I think I just need to kind of work on being more of a threat offensively. I think defensively, I mean, Chris will probably tell you I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm too bad defensively, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, just trying to improve really and work on myself and my game.
You had that game recently, was it against Cardiff? I think it might be against Cardiff, where there was 6 or 8 points I think you ended up with, and a lot of them came in one little bit in the second half. where you seem to really kind of get your confidence up.
Yeah.
So how because I know earlier on in the season when you did that Q&A on the page, you mentioned about working on your shooting stuff. Is that something that you're continuing to work on?
Yeah, I can always work on my shooting and things like that. But I think I'm definitely a confidence player. So as soon as like one or two things go right, then I mean I need to work on that. I've spoken to Ali about it, but yeah, I just need to get my head on the right page and be confident regardless of if I've done well or regardless if we're winning, because it was quite a fun game to play, the Cardiff game. So I feel like because I can play like that. I've shown that I can, but I just need to do it more consistently.
I've got some quick fire questions for you now, just kind of like either or things. So like Starbucks or Costa?
Ooh, Starbucks.
I think that's the most popular answer. McDonald's or KFC or neither?
I mean, it's not going to be neither, is it?
See, that's the answer I want. Everyone else I've talked to, yeah, I don't really do fast food. No, come on, let's get which one?
It's fine. I probably shouldn't have it. I gave it up for like a year, and then we were driving back from, I think it was Cardiff, and everything was shut, so I had to have one. So we were in my street, but I'd probably say McDonald's.
Okay. What's the best thing about Newcastle as a city?
Ooh. That's a really hard one. That's really thrown me off. I'd say the people. Everyone's nice.
It's a
like
shame
Yorkshire.
you didn't see any people is it in the last year. What's your favourite Netflix series?
Oh, that's a good one. I'd probably say Homeland. I've just finished the last season.
I've never watched it, but at least I've heard of that one. That's all right. What's your favourite Disney film? If you have one.
I'd say my favourite Disney film's Mulan. It's just got great morals, like independent women, let's go. But Pixar film, I'd probably pick Nemo.
Have you seen the new Mulan film, the live action one?
No, I haven't actually. I need to watch that.
Quite good.
I feel like I'm not going to compare to the classic though.
No, probably not. Probably not.
We'll
I didn't really have an attachment to the first one, so. Right, next one. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, good. Right, so it's obviously Easter coming up. What would be your Easter egg of choice? If you could pick one Easter egg.
I mean, without thinking about price, I'd probably pick Lindor, like Lind.
Any particular flavour? Because they can do all sorts now, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a chocolate orange one, which I think would be good. Maybe I'd give that one a try.
So last week was a tough kind of away day at Leicester, and we've got Essex coming up next. How do you feel about going into that matchup at the weekend?
Yeah, we've spoken about Leicester, and like we had training on Monday night, and we've got training again tonight, and we know we weren't good enough at the Leicester game, so we're really trying to have like a positive week training and get better really for Essex. We know they're going to be a tough team. Like we lost them not a lot last time, but we really need the win. So yeah, just working hard this week and trying to get all on the same page.
Brilliant. Well, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me.
No, thanks for having me.
And I'll hopefully talk to you soon after winning a few more games and getting into those playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.